Good morning to you. Once again, we get together for some coffee and conversation here on today's Back Talk program. We remind you, Wednesdays, it's an opportunity to know your realtor. Know Your Realtor is brought to you each Wednesday by the Russellville Board of Realtors, and we remind you the Russellville Board of Realtors is here to serve. More than 200 members strong in the Popiel and Johnson County area. The Russellville Board of Realtors provides a growing list of both residential and business properties. And through their multi-list service, you can enjoy the benefits of viewing a full variety of real estate opportunities, all through your own personal realtor. You know, whether you're ready to buy or sell, or maybe you're just prospecting for the future, trust a Russellville Board of Realtors member to be there for you. Russellville Board of Realtors, 968-7133, 968-7133. Follow them on Facebook. Now, last week, we had the world-famous Emily Daniels, star of Stage Green and Radioactivity, along with us. I thought her twin sister had dropped by, but Emily's back to visit with you. You know, we talked last week about getting you back, about some other issues. You were telling me you had a good Labor Day.
Yeah. We had a wonderful Labor Day. Enjoyed going to Pettit Jean, seeing the waterfall. That's always fun.
Good. Well, we want to talk a little bit about something that's very important right now, and I guess always, and that is market analysis. And a lot of people may not know a lot about that, but some may know more than they think they know. And I know one of the things that a quality realtor does is he analyzes the market as it stands, analyzes the home that we're talking about. How does the seller know how to price their home when maybe before they go into that realtor, and does that help the realtor give them a better opportunity at selling that property?
Well, a market analysis is something that your realtor can actually provide for you. What it is they just pull similar homes that are similar to the sellers, number of bedrooms, similar area, same neighborhood, that sort of thing, amount of acreage, and they compare what those homes sold for to the one that the seller wants to sell. And then that way you break it down price per square foot and multiply the average price per square foot by the number of square feet, and then you have a pretty decent price range for what you want to sell it for.
And I would guess it gives you an opportunity whenever you get together with that realtor, an opportunity to know where you stand. And a lot of people, I think, one of the reasons they may sell a home is they want to move into maybe a larger home for their family, or downsize. If we get a little older, we don't need a large home. We want to downsize. That gives people an opportunity to do just that. Now, you talked a little bit about what the market analysis consists of. Does that differ from a larger size to a smaller size home, or is it pretty consistent?
Well, you wouldn't want to compare, a brand new 3,000 square foot home to something that's, over 20 years old and 1,500 square feet. They're not comparables. They're going to be different price per square foot. I'm seeing a lot of things the newer homes go for about $100 a square foot right now, and that's not to say every single one of them would, but I'm seeing a lot of them go for that much. But that wouldn't necessarily be the case for some of our older neighborhoods.
And I know that a lot of folks whenever you have an individual come in to visit with you about either purchasing or selling a home, especially selling a home, do you find people many times maybe overvalue their home, or they have an inflated idea of what the property or the residence is worth? Is that the case a lot of time?
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone thinks their house is the only one on the market like it. And in some cases, yeah, that is the case. But everyone's, of course, really proud, and they have those memories that they've shared in their home, and it makes it more special to them. But those aren't things that a buyer is going to see. So having an agent come in, provide you with a market analysis, they don't have that same emotional connection and can really help you determine how to price your home so that you get it sold quickly. Ultimately, that's usually the goal, is just to get it sold. You want to make the largest profit that you can. But pricing it correctly and competitively is the best way to get it sold quickly.
And I would guess that that is an issue that a realtor who is well versed in not only the business but the market can do for you. Emily Daniels, along with Remax First of Russellville. We're going to find out a little bit more about Remax First here in just a few moments. Do you find out, especially with an older home, many times if you have property that is in a key area, maybe it once was residential, now it is commercial, the property is worth more many times than the home is worth? Is that something you see very often? I know that my parents owned property, 2 larger size lots here in Russellville that at one time was in a heavily residential area. Now it borders on a commercial area, and the home is quite old. And most people keep telling my mother, that property's worth more actually than the home is.
Yeah, there are things on the market right now where the home is just, so old that they can't do enough repairs to make it in good condition or livable condition. And yeah, sometimes that is where the lot that it sits on is worth more than the actual house.
And I would guess that's where a market analysis comes in handy as well, because there are individuals that have property that they have an opportunity to actually sell that property to a commercial concern. Mm-hmm. And this could be a great opportunity. We're talking about building up in a home. It may be something that your residence that you had for a number of years is now worth more actually to a commercial concern than it was in residential, and you could move your family, maybe even your kids and your grandkids, to a very nice neighborhood. But that's what the market analysis gives you a little leg up on.
Absolutely. Yeah, the best way to price your home is absolutely a market analysis.
We're going to talk a little bit more about that here in just a moment. We'll remind you that Know Your Realtor is brought to you each Wednesday by the Russellville Board of Realtors. Whether you're ready to buy or sell or just prospecting for your future, trust a Russellville Board of Realtors members to be there for you. And through their multi-list service, you'll enjoy the benefits of viewing a full variety of real estate opportunities all through your own personal realtor. More than 200 members strong in the Pope, Yell, and Johnson County area, the Russellville Board of Realtors provides a growing list of both residential and business properties. The Russellville Board of Realtors is here to serve. Russellville Board of Realtors, 968-7133. Follow them on Facebook. And we're talking with Emily Daniel with Remax First. Emily, if a seller knows what price range that they want for their home before they list it, should their agent provide them with a market analysis? Is it still essential? I think you've kind of answered that question, and the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah. I think that before you list your home, you absolutely need to have somebody come in and show you what the market's doing. Even if you have an idea what you want to sell your house for, part of my job as an agent is to sell your home for you. The other part is to keep you informed and educate you along the process. You don't need to be an expert on the whole entire market, but you do want to have a good understanding of what should be happening with your house. And if I'm never going to pick somebody's price for them, but I want to make sure that they have a good understanding of what the market's doing, so that if they want to price their house and really test the market, see if they can get maybe $10,000, $20,000 more than what I'm showing them the market can do, if it sits there and doesn't have a lot of activity, they're not wondering why. Why am I not getting people coming to look at my house? They already know that they have it overpriced.
Now, I would guess that holds true as well for the buyer. If I'm thinking about buying a home in a specific area, and I have a personal realtor like yourself that I've dealt with before, I see a specific area I'd like to buy in, and maybe I've kind of done some browsing around and checked the market price. Can those individuals visit with their personal realtor and say, this is the area that I'd like to move into? I know a house that I'm interested in that's priced at X amount. Mm-hmm. I think that's a little overpriced. Do you do that as well for individuals?
A little bit less for buyers because ultimately a property is worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it and what a seller is willing to sell it for. If a seller has it overpriced and a buyer still feels that they want to purchase it for that price, that's ultimately going to be the deciding factor. That's how we increase our market over time. Now, also there's appraisals that are going to be there to protect the buyer, but also the lender. And those help. Now, if somebody's trying to make an investment and really they don't want to overpay for anything, and sometimes there's buyers who are just, I really want that house and I want to buy it before somebody else does. And that happens, especially in this market today. It's a very competitive seller's market right now.
So there are definitely some checks and balances in there.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would do a market analysis for somebody who's really being extra cautious and maybe they want to make sure that we're in the realm of possibilities before they go on and purchase and pay for that appraisal. Because when an appraisal's been paid for, and if it comes back and it won't appraise for the right amount, they're out that money and then they got to go find another house. So it is a good thing for a buyer to do that. Sometimes people just don't necessarily find it as important from the buyer's side.
Most importantly, get a knowledgeable realtor. That's what you'll find when you visit with RE/MAX first. Remind us, if you would, a little bit about RE/MAX, where it's located, that telephone number, and I know RE/MAX is very forward-thinking in social media. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we post a lot online. I do a lot of Facebook advertising. I'm with the Tabitha Davis team, and a lot of people follow her page. And she posts a lot about what's happening on the market, but also kind of fun events that go on in the area. But yeah, you can find us at www.facebook.com/Emily with RE/MAX is where you can find me.
And what's that telephone number that they need to contact you at?
My cell phone is 479-647-6466.
And Emily Daniel along with us as we visit here on Know Your Realtor. We appreciate, of course, Valerie Smith being along. Miss Valerie, how are you?
Wonderful.
I get her to say one thing. I'm working her into this, and then you're going to have an afternoon shift from like 2 to 6 spinning records here pretty soon, okay? Will that work?
Can I bring my kids?
You can bring your kids. I think that'd be good. Know Your Realtor. Of course, we do it every Wednesday. We'll remind you, Know Your Realtor is brought to you by the Russellville Board of Realtors. Emily, thanks for dropping by.
Thanks for letting me come back.
Good to see you, and we'll do Know Your Realtor again next Wednesday.
We all know that